All right, let's get started. So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. Today, we will be talking about Front for Travel. So this is a live demo webinar, and it's focused on how to deliver great client experiences that drive brand loyalty. So as a quick introduction, my name is Chuan, and I'm part of the partnership team, and I'm joined here by Joel, who is part of a solution architect team. He will run the demo today and show some cool workflows later on. All right, so we have an exciting agenda lined up for this session, and here's a quick overview of what you can expect. So we'll kick things off by exploring the fantastic work we've been doing in collaboration with travel management companies. Next, we will dive into the operational challenges that organizations face to deliver exceptional service. We will discuss the critical pain points and inefficiencies and how this can be overcome. And the highlight of our session will be a comprehensive front demo led by Joe. And last but not least, we will open the floor to your questions. So to start, I'd like to give you some background on Front's role here and our experience within the travel industry. Over time, we've collaborated with a large number of leaders in the travel industry, which extends to the broader travel and hospitality sector. We've also partnered with thousands of businesses facing similar challenges in efficiently managing high volume of critical client emails. So after collaborating with various travel companies, we've noticed some common communication challenges that client services team often encounter. First, there's an overwhelming number of messages. Clear and effective communication is vital for travel arrangements. In the UK, for instance, there were approximately 5.1 million business trips in 2022. When you add in unexpected delays and changes to itineraries, your inbox can quickly turn chaotic. So it's no surprise that some messages might slip through the cracks or that customers might receive duplicate responses. Agents also spend hours sorting through emails that don't actually need immediate attention. And this time could be better spent interacting with clients. This is especially crucial when prices are changing rapidly, and confirming details with clients quickly is really important. Unfortunately, the standard email experience doesn't quite meet the critical needs of these workflows. Next, team collaboration is often disorganized. Email wasn't built for scale to meet the needs of your teams and customers. And this results in lengthy email threads, endless CCs, making it confusing to understand what information is relevant. As agent shifts change, ongoing client requests can fall through the cracks and becomes unclear who is handling which tasks. Finally, there's the challenge of finding the right balance between efficiency and service quality. Many travel teams we work with focus a lot on being super fast in response. They even have specific SLAs with clients to meet this response time. But at the same time, delivering top-notch personal service is just as important for their client relationships. The tricky part is that you can choose one over the other, and what's even more challenging is that typical software solutions haven't really helped with this. So teams often rely on email, but it doesn't give them the clear visibility into performance you need to make smart decisions about how to manage staff and work processes. So now let's meet Front. Front is a customer operations platform that combines the familiarity of email and the efficiency of a help desk to streamline communication. It brings automated workflows and real-time collaboration into one place, so your teams can quickly coordinate on customer requests and deliver exceptional service at scale. With Front, you can unlock the operational efficiency required to prevent churn, improve retention, and drive customer growth. But delivering exceptional service takes more than communication. In fact, communication is just the tip of the iceberg. So now let's zoom out and look beyond the communication layer. So communication is what customers see and the output of everything else that happens behind the scenes. But there's so much more that goes into supporting customers. Things like automation, collaboration, context, knowledge management, insights, and more that come together and create seamless end-to-end experience for your customers. As a customer operations platform, Front brings all the teams, tools, and workflows together rather than focusing on individual interactions that occur with a specific time, team, or channel. And in doing so, that's how teams can unlock exceptional service at scale. So Front streamlines communication to unlock great service by transforming 3 core ways you operate. The first being categorizing and routing messages automatically. There's no need to dedicate valuable time anymore in organizing your inbox. With Front, you can manage high volume of inbound messages with automated routing to get them into the right teammate faster. Second is to collaboratively resolve and respond to requests. This means ensuring smooth handoffs between shifts, getting all the right context for a client or account, and creating the right workflows to help meet your SLAs. Third is to measure and improve with operational insights. Now you can get the visibility to improve response time and quality, measure customer satisfaction, and efficiently plan staffing needs. So now here's a quick run through of the top 5 workflows that Joel is going to touch on. Workflows that will help you deliver 5-star client experiences and drive greater brand loyalty. So first, we will cover when a client request arrives in a shared reservations inbox. Then you will see how to handle a request coming from a VIP customer. How to manage an itinerary update. Go one step further with integrating your most used tools and software. And finally, understand your teams and agents' performance with Front Analytics, our advanced reporting model. Now I'll pass it over to Joel for the demo portion.
Thank you, Joanne. So let me just start by sharing my screen. Okay, so this is Front. As Joanne mentioned, Front is a customer operations platform. It allows you to build automations and collaborate with your team on top of email effortlessly. If you're attending this webinar, you're probably wondering how Front can help with travel use cases specifically. As we go through this, we're going to have a look at how Front can help to streamline agent and travel communication by enabling you to handle high volumes of email of client requests and manage itinerary updates with ease. Let's start by taking a look at Front's interface. You'll find your personal and shared inboxes to the left. You also have the ability to organize your shared inbox space along your team's workflows. In this case, I have a shared inbox for reservations, VIP for my high priority clients, and a billing inbox, which is where I can route any conversations around billing that comes in from our clients. If I look at the shared inbox, if I look at the personal inbox space, what you're probably noticing is this looks a little bit similar to what you might see from Gmail or Outlook. And the familiarity here is intentional because it allows you to use a system that you're already familiar with, but also Front adds a layer of automation to make you complete your tasks more efficiently. Let's start by looking at one of the a specific use case from what Joanne mentioned there. So if we start by looking at how you can handle cancellation requests as a travel company. So as a customer support team, I'm going to be working out of our reservations inbox. I can come here and I can see that, okay, the top email that I have to deal with is regarding a cancellation request. If I look to the top of it, I can see that a tag has already been added on the conversation. This has been automated by a Front rule. As this request does not sit within the support team directly, I will want to get this routed to the billing team so they can help to process the refund. So all I need to do here is add a tag that says billing. And automatically, this conversation has now been moved to the billing inbox so that that team can then take care of this request and then get back to the customer accordingly. Even if the primary communication is email, you can also add other channels like WhatsApp or live chat to keep all your customer messages organized in one space. No matter what channel the communication comes from, Front's omni-channel offering is a game changer when it comes to managing inbound messages at scale. On the left here, I can see that we have an additional team outside of our services team where we do have some of these additional channels set up, and I can go into them individually and manage my messages as required. So building a layer on top of how you can manage your request manually, as we've seen just now. So when an email comes in, I can manually add a tag and get it moved over to a different department. We want to have a look at another scenario, how we can automate requests and also enable you to take care of your VIP accounts. So this goes into the second workflow that was highlighted earlier from the introduction. If I go to my Assign to Me section, I notice that I already have an email here that has been assigned to me. If I navigate to the right panel of Front and click on Contacts, I can pull further context on the individual that has reached out to me. In this case, I can see that this is a VIP client. As I can see, the VIP tag is added here. And this has automatically been moved to our VIP inbox and assigned to the booking owner, which in this case is myself. So without having to go into the shared inbox space to manually triage the email, I'm automatically given ownership of this conversation, and I can reach out to my client directly from here. Now, because Front operates off this one master copy model, each message has its own audit trail. This allows you full visibility into the entire lifecycle of a message and ensures full accountability. We often hear from customers that emails can sometimes go missing without a trace. And now every manual or automated activity is documented. So in this case, if I click into here, I can see that this email was assigned to me automatically by this rule, and it was also moved automatically by this rule. So that audit trail is always there to make sure that you can trace exactly how things are happening. Now, the second part of this, which I'd like to show you, is how Front enables easy collaboration on your email. So as this email has come in, it's a requirement to change the destination on my itinerary. Now, perhaps I need some help with this request, and it isn't something that I'm able to carry out by myself. So here, I'm just gonna speak to my teammate Ash to help me with a draft. So I scroll to the bottom, and in the comment section, I've left a comment to Ash here. I'm just gonna hit enter. I've got a response from Ash, and hopefully I should be getting a draft set up. Okay, so then if I go click on reply, I can now collaborate with Ash, as she is now a member of this conversation, and we can work together to get the response back out to the customer. So moving on to the third flow that I'd like to show you today is how we can take this even further and integrate Front to external systems. Again, let's take an example where we have one of our VIP customers that has reached out. The email has been automatically assigned to me as the booking manager on this request, but In this case, they would need some help building out their itinerary to Scotland, which is the booking that they have here, and they would like some guidance on some of the things that they would like to do. With dynamic objects in front, I can pull context of information that sits in my travel management system and display it directly within the conversation thread. So if I click on this reference number here, I can see further details as to the status of the trip, what team this booking belongs to, and the airline and destination information. This allows me to quicker respond to my customer without having to switch context into my travel management tool. So when it comes to operational efficiency, there's more than just getting good response back to your client quickly. Think of Front as your command center, where you connect and integrate your most used tools. This is helpful for many reasons, and probably one of the biggest efficiency drivers. In showing you this feature with dynamic objects, you can envision a flow where this could connect to your corporate travel company, to your distribution systems, which we often see to global distribution systems, which we often see in travel companies. So to the final part of this, beyond making customer communication a breeze, Front also gives you powerful analytics to track team performance and customer satisfaction. So I'm going to go ahead here and go into our analytics section. Historically, metrics such as reply times or busiest times of the day are not easily reported on. We've heard time and time again that it's best guess effort that lacks concrete data, or may even be a manual time-consuming exercise to tally particular message counts. In the team performance tab, I can see metrics like message volume, reply time, and busiest times of the day with just one click. A heat map gives me a visual of the busiest times. This information helps to staff accordingly or identify potential bottlenecks that require more attention. I can also check in on an individual performance, which helps to reward those who go above and beyond. Next, let's have a look at the tagging report. This helps me to topically understand what messages are coming into the inbox and at what percentages. By categorizing messages with tags, you can quickly understand the trends in real time. I can see what the hot topics are, what categories may require more training investment, or how efficient the team is in each category. Now, going beyond efficiency metrics, you can also keep a finger on the pulse of your customer satisfaction. You can do this. Front enables you to do this by including a survey in the email signature, which you can send out using links within Front. This ensures that you can continue to actively track and aim for 5-star client experiences that become the backbone of long-term client loyalty. Another great use case that Front can help solve for is understanding critical account metrics. You can't improve what you can't measure. By having these insights, you can dramatically improve business performance. Front helps your teams get rid of the internal email clutter, improve response times, and eliminate missed messages with shared inboxes. Analytics and automated assignments with SLA rules hold your teams accountable. By streamlining your internal processes, you can increase revenue and the output of your teams without adding additional headcount. So with that, we've come to the final part of the demo, which is relating to insights. So I'm going to take a moment to pause and open up the webinar for any questions, and yeah, we can take it from there.
Feel free to go off mute if you have any question, or you can raise the question directly in the chat. Actually, we do have one question. Is Front available on mobile devices? So yes, it is. So you can use Front on web app version, desktop app, and also a mobile. So it's available for any system, so iOS and Android system. Any other question? Don't be shy. Go ahead. I can bring one for you, Joel. If you don't mind, maybe reminding what type of a channel you can add into Front.
Yeah, sure. So today we covered that you could have or WhatsApp channel, an SMS channel, a chat channel, but there are some other additional channels that we haven't spoken about. So we also support Facebook as an example. And we also provide the ability to bring your own channel. So with our API, you can bring custom channels into Front. Within the travel industry, you might have other booking systems, maybe Booking.com, Airbnb, for example. There might be some exploration we can do there to help you bring that into Front. On our side, it's possible. So it would just need to be whatever provider you're using has an open API, we can bring that into Front as well.
Maybe another question, since you walk us through the commenting and at mention experience. So what happens if you tag someone in a conversation that actually doesn't have Front? What's happening?
Yeah, so we do have a guest invite feature. So for the context of that conversation specifically, there is a way to give them visibility of that view, so you can collaborate with them. But for further collaboration, they would need to be within Front as well.
Any other question? There's one more. Which package is required to utilize the features shown? CSAT, booking system integration. That's a very good question. So you have all the details of our pricing and packaging on our website, and happy to follow up on this one. But usually you have to start with the growth plan that gives you access to all these great features. What do sales funnels look like?
So there are multiple ways we can implement this. So Front actually has a chatbot. So we often see that to help qualify leads, you can build out a chatbot within Front, and that will just come into your shared inbox space. In the same way, we can see the reservation inbox here. You can have a separate inbox for your chat, and have your leads be routed there from your website.
Is there a maximum number of users? No, there's no maximum. We don't have any cap on this. However, we have a minimum of users that is required to make it obviously efficient in terms of collaboration. Any more questions? How long is chat history retained?
So within the settings, it is possible to have a retention policy, but by default, we won't delete conversations in Front. But if you do have any data requirements there, it is possible to set a retention policy manually within your settings.
Can we manage handovers with AI?
Great question. So we do have an AI summarize feature. So when looking at a conversation thread in front, let's have a look at this example over here. I can click this magical wand and click generate. This gives me a summary of everything that's been happening on this conversation. I hit enter, it leaves a comment, and then once it's assigned over to the teammate that I'm giving this to, they have context in everything that has happened so far.
How is it possible to recognize confirmation number?
Yeah, great question. So our dynamic objects allows front to make an API request to an external system. So what's happened here is using dynamic objects, we spot a pattern. So we can configure within front that anytime we see a reservation that has SL and has this many number of digits, front will make an API call to that external system to pull further information on this booking. So that's exactly what's happened here. Yeah, this is all possible to be configured within your settings in front.
All right, next, what is the minimum number? That's a good question. So if I recall that well, so it's between 5 and 10 seats for the growth plan and above 20 seats for the enterprise, for the scale plan, sorry. But you have all the details on our website. That booking system integration sounds interesting. Thank you. Is it possible to share a link to that info? So you will get access to the recording and all the necessary information around that, about what we just covered today. How many customer data fields can be stored in front?
So on the conversation, also we have custom fields that can be applied in multiple places in front. Within the contact record, for example, so as we're looking at my front right now, and I'm looking at this contact called Leighton, here I can add multiple custom fields for this contact, and there isn't a limit to how many fields that you can add here. And additionally, it is also possible to add custom fields on the conversation itself, which you may want to leverage in routing or other workflows that you have. And again, there isn't a limit here for what can be added there.
What happens with the automation if someone is out of office? That's a very good question. How do we handle shifts actually as well?
That is a great question. So in front, each user can manually set themselves out of office simply by going to their profile at the top right and then setting themselves out of office. But in addition to that, you can manage shifts. Managers or team leads can manage shifts so that their out of office is automatically toggled over the times they're not working. And this can all be managed within your configuration settings in front. Anytime a teammate is out of office, it means that if you have any rules that are automatically assigning things to them, it will remain in your shared inbox so that it remains visible for someone else to take ownership of it.
Do you connect with phone channel? Yes, we do. So actually, we handle more than hundreds of integration within the front. So this includes project management tool, voice, obviously. So feel free to go as well on our website. We have an integration page where you can see all the integration that we have on our marketplace. But essentially, our main partners on that field are Aircall and Dialpad in Europe. Can we build out our own templates in front?
Absolutely. So to help with automating repetitive tasks, once an email comes in, the first thing you might want to do as an example is send an acknowledgement email. So once I click on reply, I have the message template functionality here. I search for my acknowledgement email. I can go ahead and click it, and right there, my draft is ready to go. So it also pre-fills the name of the recipient. So there is nothing that the agent needs to do except for hit send.
Any more questions? I don't see any new one. All right, so I think we're gonna end this session. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. Hope you enjoy that and you found it useful. Thank you so much.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you.